Hi, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Anu Subramanian, and you're watching On Art. Tonight, we bring you stories of art that springs up in the most unexpected places. Look, we can show you the great painters, but what about somebody who takes those paintings and makes it possible for those who are hard of sight to experience them? We can tell you about great musicians, but what about the people who use the stuff around them to create their instruments? That's what we're focusing on today. Plus, we'll tell you some upcoming events happening in the art world and hear a word from mojarto.com. It's going to be a great episode. Keep watching. This is On Art. DAG Modern is a gallery in New Delhi that currently has an exhibition on called Group 1890. And it is an incredible show featuring some of India's modern masters and their finest works. But they didn't just put the paintings on the wall and sculptures in the cases. They also have tactile reproductions of some of the works so that if you're blind or hard of sight, you can still appreciate these works. Let's go inside this most unique exhibition. Visual art. Paintings, sketches, sculptures, wall hangings. It can only be consumed one way, visually, right? DAG Modern's exhibition titled Group 1890 is challenging this notion. Six children with varying levels of sight, ranging from fully blind to hard of sight, visited the exhibition. They all attend blind schools across New Delhi. And architect and access consultant Siddhanth Shah is attempting to make these works available to all.
People with visual impairment, how do you provide access to them, like a physical access? How do you get them inside those sites? That is what I work in, because as my first degree as an architect. But my larger scope is to talk about the intellectual access. Great that you can get a person on a wheelchair inside a museum, inside a gallery, in front of a great artwork. But then, what else? Like, how is he going to understand what is happening over there? For इनके साथ धीरे अच्छा come एक मिनट आइए. We kind of created the tactile aid and tactile reproductions, which would be given to them to touch, feel, explore, and understand what it was. So tactile aid is about showing the surface quality. Like we all know, like sometimes when you're looking at art, we all are itching to touch them, and when you don't get the chance, you're like, oh, I missed out on something. So that is where we talk about different mediums, different materials, different textures that the artist is using.
It is not. It is hard.
It is hard, right? Yes. Wait.
Atul,
wait 1 minute.
Starts from here, then here. It can go
anywhere,
from here,
right?
Like this also.
So does it have one path, or it can go anywhere?
Anywhere.
Anywhere, exactly, and that is how the artist has painted. Come. When we talk about the tactile reproductions, like for the one which we have done for Eric Bowen over here, we've kind of created the same artwork, but have done some changes where they can actually have the ridges have been expanded, like you kind of give more surface to it, you kind of make it more 3D, and then they can touch and feel, and then you open the ground for discussion and start giving you the best ideas. Oh, it feels like this, it feels like that.
It will look like a shivling.
Like a shivling. You know, कुशेंद्र आपने एकदम करेक्ट बोला है. एकदम तो उन्होंने जो आर्ट वर्क्स जो किए ना ऐसे उनके वो बहुत सारे ऐसे टेंपल से इंस्पायर्ड है.
I had the opportunity to experience these tactile reproductions as well.
And another thing I feel it's really important is to work with them. Like I work with them. That another thing, it's a motto for me, like not to do anything for them without them. Because otherwise it's a very superficial thing. And I don't think that I'm going to mark my benchmark as what people think or what media has been writing about. But the best thing is the kids. The kids are the best judges. If they don't like it, they're going to tell you on the face, oh, I don't understand. What is the immediate thing that comes to your mind when you see this form?
I mean, rolling hills is kind of what I'm thinking.
Yes, perfect. think of these things, right? The smell that you had. So what kind of smell was it? Like
It was definitely like fresh,
fresh?
floral.
Yes.
I got the sense of kind of lemony, but it was
So
floral.
what color is that thing that you associate immediately to it? Which is the color?
Like green and yellow.
And then when you have the hills, which is the immediate color that comes to your mind?
Green.
Green, okay. And the bird, which color could it be?
And the bird, I don't know, a canary yellow is what I'm thinking.
Okay. So let's see if you kind of created the picture, right?
Can I take it off?
Yes.
Whoa! Oh my god, that's so cool.
And what you've touched is exactly like how the artwork is. We have such a rich culture, like we are a completely tangible culture, right? Like even at Diwali, like what is Diwali? Like for us it's the Rangoli, like touching it, like it is about feeling it, experiencing it, and we use our senses. Then why not in these spaces where we call it like the museums, art galleries, are spaces where we want to showcase our best culture, right? Then why not let people touch?
Group 1890 is on view at DAG Modern Gallery for a few more weeks, so you can see the works and the tactile reproductions alongside them. Check them out. Want to know some other cultural happenings? Then keep watching. Here are some upcoming events happening in the art world this week. Delhi, head to the Visual Arts Gallery at India Habitat Center this weekend to see a group exhibition of tribal paintings put on by Mast Art Gallery. It's called The Genesis of the Painted World, from two-dimensional to three-dimensional. Pune, don't miss this legendary tabla solo and group musical performance by Ustad Zakir Hussain. It's a new musical concept of Indian classical percussion, and it features some of the titans of the craft. It's taking place November 27th at 6 p.m. Bengaluru, Echoes of Earth Music Festival is coming up. The festival celebrates music lovers and those who care about sustenance and preservation of the earth. Head to Embassy International Writing School to see it. Hyderabad, from November 30th to December 16th, the Masala Mayhem Comedy Fest is taking place. It's India's biggest international comedy festival, featuring over 30 shows with 80 established and up-and-coming comedians from around the world and India. Mumbai, practice your photo skills at this month's Streets of Mumbai photo walk at Chor Bazaar. Learn and practice street photography with a professional photographer on December 3rd at 3 p.m. Hopefully you can make it to one of these upcoming events. Do you have an event coming up in the art world? Then let us know. Write to onart@ndtv.com and we might just feature your event in this space. After the break, we have a word from Mojarto and we feature a band that works with a most unusual material. Don't go anywhere. On Art will be right back.